sky was painted with hues of orange and purple as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the vast landscape. Ari, Kyla, and Trisa stood atop a hill, gazing at the towering silhouette of Roxanne's castle in the distance. It was a fortress of dark magic, surrounded by swirling clouds of ominous energy and guarded by countless villains lurking in the shadows. Their hearts pounded with a mixture of fear, determination, and hope. This was it, the final confrontation. For months, the girls had been secretly fighting against the evil that threatened their world. Their secret girl band performances were just a cover, a way to stay close to the magic and the darkness that lurked beneath the surface. Now, they had reached the heart of the darkness itself. Roxanne's castle was more than just a fortress. It was a symbol of corruption, greed, and cruelty. But the girls knew that within those walls lay the key to ending Roxanne's reign of terror. They took a deep breath, clutching their instruments and magical artifacts tightly. Ari's voice shimmered with resolve, Kyla's microphone glowed with energy, and Trisa's hands crackled with magic. Together, they formed a united front. "Let's do this," Ari whispered, her voice steady despite the pounding of her heart. "Together," Kyla echoed, her eyes shining with determination. "Always," Trisa added, a gentle smile on her face. With that, they stepped forward, descending the hill toward the castle gates. As they approached, the gates of the castle swung open with a creak, revealing a horde of villains, dark creatures with glowing eyes, twisted monsters, and shadowy minions. They hissed, snarled, and lunged at the girls, eager to defend their master. The battle erupted instantly. Ari's voice soared, casting barriers of shimmering light that deflected claws and dark magic. Kyla's melodies became beams of pure energy, blasting enemies into the shadows. Trisa's magic wove protective spells, healing her friends and banishing illusions that tried to confuse them. The villains kept coming, some with claws, others with spells, and some with illusions designed to disorient. The girls fought valiantly, their teamwork and magic creating a dazzling display of power. But the sheer number of enemies was overwhelming. They pushed forward, fighting through waves of darkness, until they reached the castle's grand hall. Inside, the air was thick with malevolence. Roxanne's presence was palpable, a dark aura that seemed to seep from the very walls. The girls moved cautiously, their senses heightened. Suddenly, a shadowy figure emerged from the darkness, Roxanne herself, cloaked in a swirling storm of black magic. "Fools!" Roxanne sneered, her voice echoing through the hall. "You think you can stop me? I am unstoppable." The final battle had begun. Roxanne unleashed torrents of dark magic, summoning minions and casting curses. The girls responded with their most powerful magic, singing a song of hope and unity. Their voices intertwined into a melody so pure and strong that it shook the very foundations of the castle. But Roxanne was formidable. Her magic was dark and relentless. She countered with spells that threatened to crush their spirits. The girls fought desperately, but Roxanne's power was too great. They were pushed to the brink, exhausted, battered, and nearly defeated. Just when it seemed all was lost, Ari remembered something, an ancient song of hope they had learned long ago. She signaled to Kyla and Trisa, and together, they began to sing a new tune, one born from their friendship, courage, and love. Their voices rose in harmony, creating a magical tune that resonated with the very essence of hope. The melody grew stronger, brighter, and more powerful. Roxanne's dark magic trembled as the song enveloped her, piercing through her defenses. Roxanne's form flickered, her dark cloak dissolving into shimmering light. She staggered, overwhelmed by the pure magic of their song. The girls poured their hearts into the melody, their voices blending into a colossal sound explosion, a wave of magical sound so immense that it shook the entire castle and beyond. The colossal wave of magical sound erupted from Ari, Kyla, and Trisa's combined voices, filling the entire castle and spilling out into the sky. It was a symphony of hope, love, and unity so intense that it shattered the darkness that had long haunted their world. The walls trembled, the shadows dissolved, and even the most formidable villains were caught in the wave's radiant embrace. Roxanne's form flickered and shimmered as the dark magic that had consumed her began to fade. Her eyes, once filled with malice, now shimmered with confusion and vulnerability. The explosion of sound was more than just a battle cry. It was a cleansing force, a magical rebirth. As the last notes echoed into silence, Roxanne collapsed to her knees, her dark cloak dissolving into shimmering light. Tears streamed down her face as she looked up at the girls, her voice trembling. I didn't want to be this way, she whispered. The darkness took over. I lost myself. The girls approached cautiously, their hearts pounding with a mixture of relief and compassion. Ari reached out her hand, helping Roxanne to her feet. You're not alone anymore, Ari said softly. You can choose to be better. But before Roxanne could respond, a gentle, glowing light enveloped her. It was a divine punishment, a magical consequence for her past deeds, not out of cruelty, but as a way to guide her toward redemption. Roxanne was transported to a peaceful, luminous resting place, a realm of healing and reflection, where she would have the chance to become a better person, not by her own choice, but through the magic of the girls' compassion and justice. With Roxanne's transformation underway, the girls turned their attention to the future. The dark clouds dispersed, revealing a sky filled with stars. The castle, once a symbol of evil, now shimmered with a new light, hope reborn. To celebrate their victory and the end of their long journey, Ari, Kyla, and Trisa decided to hold their biggest concert yet, one that would unite everyone in joy and peace. They returned to their secret girl band stage, which had been transformed into a magnificent arena glowing with magical lights. The crowd gathered, friends, allies, and even some of the villains who had been touched by the magic of redemption. The girls took their places, their hearts full of gratitude and excitement. As the music started, their voices soared in harmony, weaving a melody that told their story of courage, friendship, and hope. The audience was captivated, feeling the power of their song ripple through their souls. The concert reached its climax with a spectacular display of magic and music, a dazzling explosion of light and sound that lit up the night sky. Fireworks of magical energy burst overhead, and the entire world seemed to sing along with them. As the final note faded, the crowd erupted into cheers. Ari, Kyla, and Trisa looked at each other, tears of joy in their eyes. They had faced darkness and emerged victorious, not just through strength, but through love and unity. They knew that their journey was far from over, but for now, they had brought peace and hope back to their world. Roxanne's fate was sealed in a realm of healing, and the future was bright with promise. The girls took a final bow, their hearts full of gratitude. They had fought the most evil, faced their fears, and come out stronger than ever. Their music had saved the day, and their friendship had been the greatest magic of all. As the stars twinkled above, the girls whispered their promises to each other. Promises to keep fighting for good, to protect their world, and to never forget the power of hope. And so, with hearts full of love and courage, Ari, Kyla, and Trisa stepped into a new chapter, ready for whatever adventures awaited next.